morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We have an amazing show for everybody today. What do we have, Krystal?
Indeed, we do. Lots of interesting things happening this morning. First of all, they managed to locate that F-35. We've got an update for you there. We found it. Congratulations, everybody. Also, we have Vladimir Zelensky in town today. We'll update you on what's going on with him and also some doings in the Republican caucus, kind of civil war breaking into the open, which is also very interesting. We also have an update about where Trump is going to be for the next Republican debate. Spoiler alert, it is not at that debate. Nope. He is actually headed to Detroit, going to give a speech to workers there and try to signal his support in some way for the auto workers. So we'll break that down for you. We also have some updates on the housing market and just how that is factoring into 2024 in a big way, very much undercovered. Bill Maher has backed down. He will not be restarting his show, so we'll give you his reasons. And we also have an incredible clip of MSNBC trying to cover for Kamala Harris that is truly extraordinary.
There's a lot going on there.
Yes, indeed.
But as you said, Krystal, well, actually, before we even get to that, we just want to say once again, thank you to all the premium subscribers who've been signing up and helping support our work. We were really proud yesterday to be able to bring voices from the striking workers themselves by our partnership with Jordan Cheriton over at Status Coup. That's what your hard-earned money is helping support, not just the focus groups, the studio and all of that, but continuing to look for opportunities like that where we can fill in. And it's one of the things I'm most proud of, I think, being able to do this show with you is, yesterday we had a tremendous amount of interest on our block about the UAW. Yep. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views, things that were listened to, people wrote in, actual striking workers themselves. And, I don't think there's a real media outlet there's another media outlet that is there that can claim, that their highest ratings come from covering real structural economic issues and that they use their money to support journalism specifically to try and highlight that. So that's what you guys are helping us build. And I just want to say thank you once again. So breakingpoints.com if you are able.
Yes, absolutely. And one other little tease, we have an interview with Andrew Yang today.
Yeah. I forgot. That's right.
Yeah, that we'll be posting later. So make sure to look for that as well. And it was really neat talking to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yesterday. I know you enjoyed talking to him.
I really did. I couldn't help but smile. It's fun. It's a change up. And already the UFO people are responding. Yes, as you said, Andrew Yang, we're going to be interviewing him. That will be dropping on our podcast feed later. Of course, it will drop immediately after we're done for our premium subscribers. It will drop later on in the day, depending on when we decide to post it publicly. So another reason to go ahead and to sign up. So let's get to the missing jet, the F-35. So after a lot of consternation and nearly almost 12 hours, they did end up finding the jet, and you'll be shocked to learn they found it very close to where the pilot ejected. So why did we have to all look so hard? Let's go ahead and put this up there on the screen. It was found in Williamsburg County, South Carolina. There was no actual official declaration from the Pentagon, which makes the entire thing even more interesting. So basically what came out is that very, very near to where the pilot was safely ejected over North Charleston, it turns out that the jet had gone down. However, the flight path for the South Carolina wing of Civil Air Patrol showed that air search had been going on all over the entire state, and that despite they had to search, quote, nearly 90% of search and rescue missions in the United States for the Civil Air Patrol. So it took them hours to be able to find this thing, Krystal, even though it ended up being very close to where the actual ejection took place. There were a lot of, amateur sleuths posting the flight pattern of how this thing was flying around in strange circles and at least until the transponder went off and they ended up asking people for information. But I think what's really terrifying about this thing is that there is no official explanation. There's been multiple, here's may what have happened from avionics experts, but just to underscore how bad things are, the Marine Corps has now issued a two-day, quote, stand down for all aviation units, both inside and outside the United States, after the disappearance of this F-35. And this actually follows a really terrible accident that just happened a couple of days ago where 3 U.S. Marines were killed in Australia and were retrieved from a crash site in Darwin, Australia. And same thing, it was a Marine V-22B Osprey. There were 23 Marines that were on board, and they crashed in the middle of a tropical forest on an island while taking part in an exercise. So this is the second in basically in the span of almost 20 days of a terrible aviation civilian accident within the U.S. Marine Corps. And stand down, I mean, it's not unprecedented, but it's certainly like a major safety event. And the entire purpose of the stand down is to tell troops, like, to underscore safety procedures. But
Right.
I have to be honest, I think something else is going on here. I mean, this entire
What do you mean
thing,
by something else?
I don't know. I mean, there could be some like a software glitch. I mean,
Yeah.
one thing that I was reading from an avionics expert is that the F-35, specifically the Marine, I think it's like the F-35B, the one that they were flying, has a program inside of it that automatically ejects the pilot. So it may not have been one where he had actually hit ejection, but for a safety procedure, it's automatically ejection. But then they're like, you know, under circumstances of which that would happen, you have to be flying in a different way than normal over where we are right now. So look, I mean, don't forget, remember those Boeing crashes that happened back to back? That was a software issue and a training issue that wasn't properly presented. So I think there's actually a lot going on here. $80 million aircraft aren't just supposed to fall out of the sky, eject pilots, and then not be able to be found.
Well, there's big questions about what happened with the transponder, because that's why this was so apparently difficult to locate. Like, you would normally be able to track this thing all the way. And so one of the question marks is, okay, well, was that functioning properly? Because you and I both kind of assumed it must have crashed into the ocean for them to be having so much difficulty locating the debris. But lo and behold, it's there close to where the pilot was ejected. So yeah, a lot of question marks here. They said the stand down is needed to ensure the service is maintaining operational standardization of combat-ready aircraft with well-prepared pilots and crews, whatever that means. So was it an aircraft issue? Was it a pilot issue? Was it a training issue? Was it a software issue? Still a lot of questions.
Absolutely lots of questions. We really shouldn't take our eye off the ball. As we all just said, we spent $1.7 trillion on the F-35 program, all to be able to not be able to find the jet after the pilot is ejected, and especially not find it when it turns out it was right near the ejection site the whole time. So I guess just thank God it didn't kill anybody, you know, whenever it crashed or destroyed anybody's property.
Pilot got hit with the debris.
So
very
look,
fortunate.
we lucked out real, you know, we lucked out hardcore, the fact that this wasn't way worse. So there's still a lot of questions the Marine Corps has to answer. Don't think they're going to be all that forthcoming, though.
Hey guys, if you like that video, go to breakingpoints.com, become a premium subscriber, and help us build the best independent media organization on the planet.
That's right. We're subscriber funded. We're building something new. We want to replace these failing mainstream media organizations.
So again, to subscribe, it's breakingpoints.com.